hats and all that stuff, so that was good. This is one of the greatest motivations for me, to be in this position all these years. Some of the writers that's here, as I see, basically heard a lot of my press conferences. And this one is a little different. Why? Because of the situation. The situation that I'm in right now is to make another chapter come to fruition. This is not given to an athlete all the time, or a boxer, or any athlete in any sport. When we talk about good in today's world, in 2010, good is considered second. Second ain't bad, but it ain't first. And so now the stakes in the bar are set so high that you got to be more than average to be able to get somebody even to look at you and keep that attention on you. And so, as I sit home or watch the fight, because I am a fight fan first, and boxing has been, as many people know here, my life for 23 years as a pro, since I was 9 when I got introduced by my uncles. But as I sit home watching the fights, I see Pascal and I see Chad Dawson. Now, a lot of writers in here wrote about Chad Dawson and Bernard Hopkins, and certain things were said, and I respect that. But I knew in my heart that he wasn't the best guy in the light heavyweight division. Obviously, I thought it's me. I believe that the Joe Galazaki fight was my fight, and I should have won. But it is what it is. So really, I'm only getting back, or taking back, what I believe is just mine anyway. And then I went a little further in my thinking. And I said to myself, well, I guess this got exposed and whatever. But I'm in my rocking chair, minding my business. And this man calls my name out and said, Bernard Hopkins, who I want to fight. Attention. I rocked a little faster. I grabbed my cane before I grabbed my teeth, and I spit them in. And I said, wait a minute. Now, of course, LA time is 3 hours back. And I'm later in the hours of the East Coast, so again, not conscious of the time per se, but I said, wait a minute, I'm calling Richard, I'm calling Oscar, I'm calling somebody. Now I had to find everybody's number. So I called Nazim. And he, I knew he was calling me, I was waiting. So I said, Nazim, did you hear that? He said, yeah, but you know, man, you gotta see, you know, they say one thing, man, the promoters get behind the closed doors, and the promoters and some networks, I don't know, 3 letters, I don't know, they get to saying, don't fight him, and leave him alone, and go do this, he's dangerous. If you beat him, you beat the old man. If you don't, then you're embarrassed, you know. So it might not happen. And that's possible. I've been in the game long enough. Fighter says one thing, but he's led to do another. You can't say this about this man. Because not only did he say it, but he made it come to fruition. We made it come into fruition. That's the respect I got for him as a person. As a guy that really wants you greatness. He really wants what I am, what I had, and what I'm about. Can't take that away from him. That tells me as a fighter, I think totally different than anybody in this room, believe me. Now, that's a dangerous guy that thinks that way, because I know how I think, and I know how I was when I was in my 20s. Yeah, we are different in many ways. And so I've seen one side, and I've seen the other side of that mentality. He believes he can beat me, or he wouldn't be here. I'm not coming here in my states in New York to act any way different than I did in his place. Whether it was Quebec, whether it's Montreal, whether it's Toronto, I respect him, but I'm gonna beat him up. That's the game we in, y'all. I mean, you know, we can wrestle. I mean, every reporter has seen fighters we run and we go stuff, and I've been a part of a lot of shenanigans. So if I'm talking a little nice, don't get it twisted. Okay, the executioner is home, but I'm representing him, and I'm telling you what's going to happen. First, we're going to clear up any notion about April 3rd. Because a win to certain people is not that with me. I'm different. They got me in a different eye. Even though they say I'm 40, I'm this, I'm that, but the bottom line is I'm not the average 40. And I think that people should be conscious of just because they feel they're younger or they're 40 and they feel a certain kind of way because they ain't take care of themselves, that doesn't mean I feel that way. I am an antique car that's old in age, but not old and wear and tear. And y'all gonna see a young Bernard Hopkins, but you're gonna see a student get schooled. And only time will tell if Pascal don't become a victim of the Jermaine Teller era, the Kelly Pavlik era, and the many, many more that stood in the path of the wrath of me. Or he's home, the executioner. They've never been the same. Bernard Fernandez wrote about it. Tom Hauser wrote about it. And many other people wrote about the fate or the fate of those who come. He's young. If age defines whether you say I'll win or lose, you're a fool. Because age, if you're younger, you're younger. It doesn't mean you're smarter. It doesn't mean you're craftier. That means that you're a young driver, but you're high risk. And you're more accident prone than me. If you talk to an insurance company. But I will take those titles December 18th. Okay? And I will be a man like he was a man, and we will do the rematch. We will do it because it's good for boxing, it's good for the fans, it's good for history. And I'll make history again. If he makes one mistake, he makes one mistake. One, not two, he will get a chance to, but he made one mistake. It's over. It's over. And the only time will tell, because I can't tell, I don't want to take nobody's career per se. That's we in, as Tyson said, the hurt business, well, we in the career business of, you might not be the same after this. See, I am who I am. I'm 45. People ain't looking for me to be the same no matter what. But you, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that he will be the same guy that he was prior to going in that ring December 18th. There's my job to do that. And you know what, y'all? I will not disappoint not only this country, but myself and my family, and I would never, I work too hard in the ring and out of the ring to disrespect and to embarrass my legacy. I don't come in the ring for a payday. I stay in shape. That's never been a dispute with Bernard Hopkins or any critic of mine. I'm going to show y'all what the old new school can do. And I am that movement, as my partner Oscar De La Hoya said. I am that movement. Okay? I am that movement. That if you do the right things, you can be a Bernard Hopkins in your own world, in your own way. And as I said many times at other press conferences, I'm going to close with this. If anybody understands life and time somehow finds its way back to you, Nazim, it's called Full Circle. As Ken Hurst said, Bernard fought on Showtime many times. My first title, Segundo Mercado, 1994, rematch in 1995. My first title was won on Showtime.